So, hello everybody, what is going on? It is Kibishmaka here, and welcome back to some more Final Fantasy III. Last time, well, we went ahead and made way into Cyan's Nightmare, Cyan's Soul. We pushed through the three Dream Stooges and made our way onto the train. This time, well, now we're actually going to pursue the train and see just what we find, see what we encounter. And this is done a little differently because I had a slight error when recording this the first time through. More so, my recording didn't fail, but I did not have my microphone turned on, so there was no commentary over the gameplay. I completely screwed that one, so here I am, basically recording over the gameplay with my audio, at least so that way you guys can see what I've done, what I do, and where I'll be and everything. So at least I'll be caught up and everything. And I did trim this and cut it a bit short because in my prior attempt, or my prior recording of this, I did get to the boss of this area, the boss of Cyan's Soul more so. But I was just having troubles and issues with it, and I'm pretty sure I kind of approached the battle in a bit of a poor way. So I kind of wanted to just stop and retry it. So the video will end a bit abruptly, but at least you'll have everything shown up and everything will be caught up. But for now, yeah, we just kind of have to make our way through the train, get through the next portion, which is known as the mines, and then the only thing that's left to really go over, we see Cyan going through the train and we see him getting chased right after. We see that the only thing that's left is the pit of his nightmare. Push on through, check out the different areas. We see there's a chest here that we could potentially grab, but we need to kind of figure out a way through there. We also see the slight hole, probably from when Cyan not fell through, but kind of hit the ceiling of it. We hit the switch twice, and we open the way up, though I didn't go to it right away for some reason. I don't know why, I just thought that it would move to the front of it. Instead, we want to go to where the crate moved out of the way and go there. We should be alright. See, the enemies in here are Rainman, Surianders, Samurais, and Barbies, which are, we ran into them before, but they're more frequent and apparent here. And of course, you're going to want to make sure you encounter all these enemies while you are here, because if you don't, you miss out on the opportunity to run into them anywhere else. Along with those, in the previous area known as the Dreamscape, you could have ran into an Allosaurus, or known as a Chaos Dragon, well, not a Chaos Dragon, but an Allosaurus and a Parasite. They can be encountered together, and in doing so, you get yourself more rages. We flip the switch and we see memorize the positions. This knowledge might save you. Well, remember, it's 2 open, 1 closed, 2 closed, 1 open. Remember that pattern for a bit later, not that far in the future, but a bit later. We see we attempt to go after this chest, and this open chest continues to move and block our path. So instead, we want to open this other chest sitting on the side. It has a lump of metal in it. We grab it, we throw it in that first chest, and it would allow us to get the chest behind it. A lot of this area and a lot of the areas coming up within Cyan's Soul is just more so puzzle based, and it's really just keeping an eye out for what we run into and working from there. Other than that, I mean, the only other things I can really think of to note is just keeping these chests that are open in mind, because trust me, we're going to be needing them fairly soon, or at least we're going to be needing the pattern fairly soon. Of course, I don't have to worry about it too much because I have it on a playthrough prior, but for your guys' memory, if you guys aren't keeping up, or if you guys are on the playthrough, you kind of just playing along with me, whether it be on the original for the SNES or the Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster, you're just going to want to remember the pattern and make sure you encounter everything if you're going for 100% completion. Here in the chest we get ourselves a flame shield, but again, if you're going for 100% completion, you're going to want to make sure you encounter everything as it fills up your BC area. Within this next train car we have 2 chests, one right here on the left and the other one just barely visible on the right, very hard to see, but we obtain ourselves a nice shield. We can't go further to the left without solving the puzzle with the 3 stitches above, and in the other chest to the right, I believe, is an X potion, which is going to be really helpful. We want to hold on to those because that is, I believe, fair and few throughout the game. No, a lot of magic too. Yeah, you can see I just barely noticed it because it was the explosion, and I believe the pattern we want to follow in order to go to the left-hand side, because these crates are blocking us off, the pattern we want to follow is far right, far left, far right, middle, far left, far right, and then that's it. I think that was the pattern at least. It's a really peculiar one to follow, but we're going to want to try to play along. You see me pausing throughout this kind of thing. That is primarily because I'm taking a moment to look back and making sure I'm following the path as it's been laid out. But I mean, again, we'll see. Other than that, I definitely do need to heal up a lot. Sabine's damage output is great, but if he's not going first, it's kind of hindering our movement. And these enemies are no laughing matter, no thing to take lightly, as they can hit you pretty hard when you're least expecting it. Okay, now that I've talked my mouth off and blabbed everything that I need to blab, how are you guys doing today? Hopefully everyone is doing alright. Everyone is doing well. It is October. It's heading to the end of October, actually. I think around this time going up, it is my buddy's birthday. It's the Milkman's birthday. October 24th is his birthday, so yeah, that's something to know. As well as the other guys, their birthdays have passed. I believe Deku Scrub's birthday was in August. I think it was like August 20-something. And Not Sith's birthday was on September 4th. 3rd or 4th. But yeah, it's pretty ironic that all of our birthdays fall one after another. And that was a crit, and that did 5k damage. Ew! Damn. You muted me, and then you turned me into an imp. That sucks. But yeah, other than that, it is our good buddy Milkman's birthday. So, of course, wish him a happy birthday. Hope he's doing well. I still talk with him and play with him and work with him daily, so, you know. But, I mean, of course, there are some times where we just get busy and life gets around us. Same on my end. Of course, life is certainly throwing me thousands of curveballs every day, but I mean, I'm making it through with it. Other than that, finish flipping these switches, and boom, the way opens up. Now we can pop these chests in the pattern that is specified, which is 2 open, 1 closed, 2 closed, 1 open. Get that pattern correct, you'll be okay. Even if you get it wrong and you flip the switch, I don't think you'll face any consequences. You just may have to restart the pattern, which is perfectly fine. No real specified battle if you miss it. Of course, you just have to deal with your problems of being turned into an imp and then getting sneezed or blown out of battle. Which I think does happen here because, yeah. Which does happen here. Sucks, but we have to deal with it. Shouldn't be too long though, just take care of them. We can get muted, but Shadow has no spells, so it's fine. Though Drain will do some damage, but we should be okay. Yeah, taken care of, we're good. And we can now move on. Flip the switch, and boom! The way opens. And we can press on to the little sidecar, save up and heal, and then get to the next portion. Use our green cherry. Of course, yes, making sure we're all healed up and capped out in terms of health. Go. Now we can skedaddle. We go to the car, the train car, the engine. Don't have to flip any switches, don't have to worry about anything. Just enter and exit, and we will find ourselves within the mines. In a very familiar scenario, we see ourselves in the Magitek Armor, which is kind of peculiar and kind of weird, but yeah. And we see as we press forward, look, Cyan. Can't go to the right, can't go north, so all we can do is pursue after him and go south. And of course, there are 3 new enemies here that are only here, which are the EO, the Skycap, and the... I forgot the last one. But all 3 are weak to Bolt Beam, so of course use Bolt Beam as advised. And it's kind of funny, this feels like a reference certainly to the first episode of the first portion of the series, where we were an unknown girl in Magitek Armor, able to use magic and Magitek, and all of our abilities were with us, and then they were just cast away. But boom! Take care of these enemies, they shouldn't be too hard, the EO shouldn't be too difficult. Of course, the lethal weapon back in the ancient castle. You're probably going to want to go back and try to find that thing, because it is somewhat tough unit, but it is a unit you need to take care of. It is not that crazy strong, but it's something to note. The Pluto Armor, that was the other one. All 3 units here are weak to Bolt Beam, so definitely use it. Pluto Armor, EO, and the Skycap are all weak to Bolt Beam, so definitely use it. Aside from that, yeah, it's kind of a throwback to when we were just an unknown girl invading Narsh with 2 unknown characters that seem to have just disappeared. Now, well, we're back here within the mines, trying to scavenge our way through everything. Go. And of course, really all that we can do is kind of just pursue and follow along in the same pattern. There's a lot of encounters, of course, that I have through this, but that's just because I don't have the charm bangle equipped or anything like that. So it's kind of just myself making these actions for the sake of, well, really just for the sake of getting through everything. I didn't put that in the wash. I forgot. Oh, we'll wait another time. Just keep on swinging, keep on throwing, and we should be good. Of course, I remember a few times I just kind of paused and I was like, wait a minute, did I not kill it with Bolt Beam already or something like that? Because it just takes a while for some of these characters to actually make a move, and it kind of just threw me off. I'm like, wait, didn't I swing already? Funny enough, we follow this pattern and we notice it's kind of looping in on itself. We're forced to kind of just circle around, and the only way to go back, the only way to make our way out of this portion is by going backwards, but it takes me a while to figure that out. Boom. Just keep on swinging. There we go. Take care of them. We're all good. Got much more to worry about. I try to go backwards, I think, but I kind of just like pause. I kind of just go back forward. I'm like, wait, should I really try? I accidentally hit defend on that one. I don't know why I did, but I did. I think I was just mashing A and right too quickly. Go. Keep on moving, keep on schmoving. We should be alright. Nice. Decent experience, decent magic points, decent gold. There you go. Push forward. I still don't decide to equip the charm bangle. I don't know why. I think I do soon. But I just kept reading and I was like, what do I do? The way they're moving too inside the Magitek is kind of funny, but aside from that, I mean, it's just the same old, same old. Go, just keep on moving, keep on swinging. Go. I finally decided to equip the damn charm bangle. I couldn't find it for a second, but I finally decided to equip it. I decided to equip it on Shadow because I don't want to have to go through the hassle of re-equipping Sabine because of the whole Genji gloves and having upgraded armor, because it automatically optimizes it upon leaving the relic screen. So yeah, charm bangle equipped. I now go back into the loop, and I see that nothing is really changing. It's not really moving, so time to go backwards in time. And of course I get no encounters, which is really great. I enjoy not having anything to worry about. And eventually we reach a new portion. We see Cyan kind of pressing forward. Bridge is broken. We can't follow until we try. And of course we fall in. And in us falling in, we find ourselves here within the castle. We're back in Castle Doma. And we see, look who's here. Please, save my husband. Save Cyan. Where are we? We're inside Cyan's soul. What? My husband, Cyan, continues to torture himself. He failed to defend Doma. The world's slowly dying, and then there's his family. He's truly lost. A beast known as Rexol is taking advantage of him. Who's that? Rexol is a composite monster made up of the wretched spirits who were dispatched in meaningless wars. They're wreaking havoc on Papa. Please, help him! Indeed we shall. Please, help Cyan. Papa doesn't deserve this. Make sure you heal up, make sure you save up. The enemies that we could encounter before, aside from the Pluto armor, the Io, and the Skycap, all appear here. We can run into parasites, allosaurs, Barbies, samurais, Rainmans, Surianders, Pandoras, and even what was that other enemy? I forgot what it was called, but back from the Dreamscape. We didn't encounter basically anything up to this point. What was it called? Pandora and something else. It was some other enemy, but yeah, we're going to be making our way through Doma Castle once more. Check every room, because there might be cutscenes here and there. There might be chests left unopened, unanswered, that we can obtain with different items. But the key thing is, do not enter the throne room. The throne room is where the boss lies. The throne room is certainly your one-way ticket out of here. So keep that in mind. Make sure you save before entering that place, and you check around everywhere else aside from that spot. Let me look it up. What is that enemy? I can't believe I forgot what it was called. I'll go back up. It was the Pandora and the Critic. That's what it was called. Critic was the other enemy that we can encounter in here. But yeah, keep that in mind. I also check out my magic skills. You can do the boss one of two ways, and I will go over those one of two ways shortly. But to note it, you can of course tackle Rexol head on and try to take care of him, and ignore the Soul Savers, which are the two random enemies that spawn with it. The Soul Savers, of course, keep themselves alive throughout the battle, as in they will basically revive themselves throughout the battle. Other than that, also, the Soul Savers can be defeated, and you can continue the battle without having to take care of Rexol by using X-Zone, which would basically banish them from the fight. And because of a certain thing that Rexol does, which makes him disappear from the battle, technically, if you do X-Zone on the Soul Savers while Rexol is not there, the battle will end, but you will miss out on a very key item that you don't necessarily need, but I would highly recommend you battle Rexol normally and defeat him for the sake of obtaining that item. Moving on, all we can really do is just kind of wander around and check around and see just what we can get, see if there's anything new, anything different, see if any cutscenes play. And of course, there is one cutscene that does play within Cyan's room, but I still recommend checking around the place and seeing if anything else plays that I might have missed on my initial run through. Of course, now we're kind of sort of slowly approaching the end of this, because I know this video wasn't that long. We can't exit the castle through that right side. I did check before, which is really weird, but we can't exit the castle, funny enough. The only place left to really I could think of at the time was going into Cyan's room. Upon entering, we see, "Sweetheart, do you love me?" Cyan being put on the spot. "What do you want from me? A soldier doesn't say things like that." And we see someone appeared in the bed. Someone's peeking. Cyan's thinking, I loveth you more than anything. Naha! He's been caught. I heard that. Yippee! I loveth you. I loveth you. Papa loves Mama. Oh, Wayne. Hush. I heard that. Aw, such a sweet kid. And with that, that'll be it for now. As we grind out this last battle, I hope you guys did enjoy, though. I hope you all continue to enjoy. And, yeah, I ain't got much more to say, ain't got much more to do. Hope you guys do enjoy, though. Hope you all continue to enjoy. Because next time we tackle probably one of our more difficult boss fights yet. Not much more to say except be prepared. Shadow gotta level up. And this is where I bid thee farewell. Peace out, everybody.